you're watching Just the News. I'm Amita Balachandra. Let's get straight to our top story today. The winter session of the Parliament came to an end a day earlier than scheduled. 11 bills were passed in both the houses between the 29th of November and the 22nd of December, which is today. Now, the bills included the Farm Repeal Bill 2021, the Dam Safety Bill, the Assisted Reproductive Technology Regulations Bill, among others. Now, while the government has projected it a success with 82% productivity in Lok Sabha and 48% in Rajya Sabha, the opposition has said that the bills were passed without debates. Now, taking to Twitter, TMC MP Derek O'Brien has written, and I quote, "Parliament session ends every single day washed out by government, who will now spend the afternoon doing press conferences justifying cold-blooded murder of democracy. When the opposition did get a chance to speak, we gave the government a masterclass from the rule book," end quote. Now, the government in the meantime said that it was the opposition MPs who in fact disrupted the parliament proceedings. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi, when asked about the opposition's allegations that the bill were rushed in both the houses, he said, and I quote, "It's a baseless allegation. The opposition should have let the house run," end quote. Meanwhile, the Jharkhand Assembly on Tuesday passed the Prevention of Mob Violence and Lynching Bill 2021, aiming to provide, and I quote, "effective protection of constitutional rights and the prevention of mob violence in the state." Now, a person found involved in mob lynching could be punished with up to life imprisonment and maybe fined between 3 lakh rupees and 5 lakh rupees, depending on the severity of the crime. Moving on to an update on Delhi air pollution right now. Delhi has continued to experience extremely bad air quality of the last couple of weeks. We've seen on Wednesday, for instance, according to the CPCB, which is the Central Pollution Control Board, the national capital's AQI was 407, which means it's in the severe category. In the meantime, according to CPCB, AQI in Noida and Gurugram were 395 and 357 respectively. That is in the very poor category. Now, earlier Delhi had shut schools and banned construction activities. However, that ban has now been lifted. Meanwhile, the Federation of Resident Doctors Association in Delhi has called for strikes, and they've been continuing to strike over the last couple of days now over the delay in NEET PG 2021 counselling, and they have several other issues as well. Doctors from Safdarjung Hospital, Lok Nayak Hospital, Dr. Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital and Lady Haridang Hospital have joined the protest. Now, according to a Times of India report, as of yesterday, patient care in these hospitals were affected. Now, many doctors were seen protesting outside Nirmal Bhavan, that houses Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandaviya's office. Now, today the doctors organized a Diya Jalao campaign. Now, like I said, they've been taking part in these strikes since November 27th. It was called off on 9th of December following assurances from authorities, but they resumed, however, on the 17th of December. Moving on now, India on Wednesday has successfully conducted the maiden launch of indigenously developed new generation surface-to-surface missile Pralay. Now, it was launched from the APJ Abdul Kalam Island in Odisha at around 10:30 a.m. Now, the solid fuel battlefield missile developed by the DRDO, or the Defense Research Development Organization, is based on the Prithvi defense vehicle from the Indian Ballistic Missile Program. Now, let's take a look at Omicron cases in the country. The tally has now gone up to 226. Meanwhile, India has reported 6,317 new COVID cases in the last 24 hours. After Maharashtra and Karnataka, Delhi has now announced that no events or gatherings will be celebrated on Christmas or New Year will be allowed in the city. They've also said in their December 15th order, and I quote, "All district magistrates and DCPs shall ensure that no cultural event or gatherings or congregations take place for celebrating Christmas or New Year in NCT of Delhi," end quote. Meanwhile, Karnataka has imposed restrictions only for New Year celebrations. there are restrictions in Maharashtra for both New Year's and Christmas. Meanwhile, Singapore has announced that it will freeze the sale of new tickets for arriving flights and buses under its quarantine-free travel program. Now, this will be applicable from tomorrow, which is the 23rd of December, to the 20th of January. Travelers who already have booked tickets under Singapore's vaccinated travel lane arrangements will still be able to enter the country without serving quarantines. And this is according to a report by ANI. In the meantime, the government expert panel of Israel has recommended a fourth dose of COVID vaccine for all people aged above 60 and healthcare workers. Now, Israel Prime Minister has said that the move would help the country get through a potential wave of the Omicron variant. Now, the country has reported 341 cases of Omicron COVID variant until now. Now, WHO's European chief Hans Kluge has warned countries to brace for a significant surge in COVID cases as Omicron cases continue to rise across the globe. Now, Hans Kluge said, and I quote, "We can see another storm coming. Within weeks, Omicron will dominate in more countries in the region, pushing already stretched health systems further to the brink," end quote. Meanwhile, in a series of tweets, Bill Gates has warned of an abundant need for caution as we approach the peak of festive season. He also announced that he has cancelled most of his holiday plans. Now, he said that the big unknown is how sick Omicron makes you. He said, and I quote, "We need to take it seriously until we know more about it. Even if it's only half as severe as Delta, it will be the worst surge we have seen so far because it's so infectious," end quote. Also in the news, according to a Reuters report, the European Union's COVID travel pass will be valid up to 9 months after completion of the person's primary vaccination schedule. Now, the rule, which comes amid an increasing number of cases in Europe, will be binding on all 27 member states starting the 1st of February. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom announced on Tuesday that it will offer £1 billion in grants to the hospitality industry hit because of this new COVID variant. Businesses in the hospitality industry will be eligible for a one-time grant of up to £6,000 each. Now, according to Reuters, Prime Minister Boris Johnson has said that there was not enough evidence to justify new COVID restrictions in England before Christmas, but the situation remained extremely difficult. And one piece of positive news before we wrap up this bulletin. Now, Indian documentary film Writing with Fire has been shortlisted among 15 films selected from a pool of 138 films in the documentary feature category of the 94th Academy Awards. Now, it was directed by Delhi-based duo Rintu Thomas and Sushmit Ghosh. That brings us to the end of this bulletin. Thank you so much for watching.